Hello, boys and girls. This is Indigenous Monstrosity. nah, I'm Menace to Artistry, and I was talking about this drawing. I know I showed it to y'all before, but and I showed you why I drew this to get this guy in there. And now that I'm showing it to you, I remember showing it to you before. I'm gonna color these stuff like this. I'm gonna put on my YouTube page because I just gotta make them crisper, finish her face and hair, and get everything crisp and color everything. And yeah, so I just wanted to come back and basically show this off, and I'm gonna be bringing some of these. I'm gonna be taking photographs of these, all of the versions of him, and I have trouble with my it's not a brand new computer. It's a older model with 8.1 on it, and so but it's a good, powerful computer. So I got Clip Studio and I think Photoshop. So yeah, I could start doing some coloring if I could get it in there, because that's the problem. It's an HP computer, but the scanner printer I had it hooked up to an older computer, and I can't get the HP scanner printer, though I think it's an older model. The computer won't recognize it, so I can't use the flatbed to scan my stuff. But I do have these wand scanners, and but they're tricky. You got to go over your drawing real slow, and I don't know if they're long enough to get the entire drawing, so I'll have to scan them twice, one side, and then try to put them together in the computer, and then color them and all of that. So yeah, that's here's one of the last things I did just the other day. Being that I'm here and I got a little time, I figure I didn't do much of it, just a couple of faces, but I needed to know after all of this time how my skills was holding up. So I have those boards were put there so that I could ink without having to worry about going through the page, messing up the pages. That's an old character. I was trying to use Prismacolor to get it. I think I showed this to you too, so I'm not going to stay there too long. But here's the stuff I was working with. This is what I was doing first. I had to erase this a couple of times. It wasn't coming out right. I didn't like it. Same thing with her. I didn't commit. It didn't feel right. And then down here it started feeling better, but I still wasn't doing stuff right. Messed up with the face here. There's a lot of stuff that wasn't going right. It just felt raw, so I said, that's enough. Turn the page. So I did this guy first. He was good. I liked it. Not wrong. Nothing horrible about him. Just needs some more shadowing on the left side of his face, less on the right. You know, that's the way it feels. And then I moved down to him. And that's where I said, okay. Except for I was sitting on the couch, and I was sitting on the couch, and I was I was slouching, laddie, and I wasn't really paying attention, so everything kind of slanted up. his left brow was high, his left eye was high, his left jaw down here, his cheek jowl was high, his cheekbone was high. The mouth, I wanted it high. I wanted it to look like he was sneering, but So I had to go back and bring all that down. And then her face was the same thing. Everything was slanted high on their left side, on my right, because I kind of had the book slanted away from me like this. So it kind of gave that illusion of being straight until I looked at it directly. And then I drew her. He looked mean, so I was proud enough. I said, yeah, I'm good. I can still do it. It's been 10 years, but I can still do it. There ain't no problem. And then I did her. I didn't do the hair. You could see I did some really light stuff for the hair. I was going to erase the hard line, but I just said, okay, that's enough. She looks good. I love her lips. So she looks good next to him. I figured that would be about the height she would be. He's big, but not that big. Mean and menacing. That's supposed to be his hand, but I felt no need to go any further. I was just testing the waters. When I get back into it, I'm going to be comfortable. All of this thing is going to be cleared away. My computer is going to be here. I'm going to be on my drawing table. I got work to do. So that's the problem for me now. That's why I'm showing you my work instead of how I draw, because I have nothing set up. I have no cameras. I'm using my cell phone, and it took me a long time to figure that out, because once in a while I text, but I don't use my phone. It's just used. I just have it because I have a phone, but I got a house phone, you see. I got 2 house phones. I didn't need the phone. I just wanted to make sure that I had a cell phone, and if I ever got a business started, that I'd have the phone. So, but anyway, it came in handy. I'm glad I had it, because I wouldn't have been able to do this with the house phone. So I need to get cameras. I need to get more of these types of arms so that I can boom arms or whatever. I probably got to get a monitor, because this thing is atrocious for my style of drawing. I know only pencil to paper. So this thing right here, drawing on something like this and looking in another direction, looking over there at the monitor and drawing down here. I tried this before, and I do it with the mouse. It is a very uncomfortable means of drawing. So I gotta bear with it until I can do better. And so 8 minutes in. Yeah, I'll cut this off at around 10. And it's still early yet. I gotta work on my cloth figures. This is a different one from the one I showed you before. I gotta get back to these. And here's one I don't know if I showed you. It was right sitting there in the box the whole time, but I don't think I ever showed y'all this one. This one is basically how I connect the teeth. So now all I gotta do is put the slots in on the face the way I showed y'all with this one. You see right there? There's a slight slot right there, see? And there's one right over here. So, and then I do the same thing on the plastic like I did with this. And it fits right up in there. So it goes up further, right? So that, and then you put glue behind it. You stitch that tight. You pull all that stitching tight. And then you waiting for it to harden. You curve it in. You put a little heat on that sucker. I should have put the heat on first so it wouldn't damage the thread. But yeah, before the others I heated it up first. I got a heat gun. I put the heat on it. Do it slowly so that it doesn't harden it. You don't want the plastic to get hard. You don't want to burn it. You just want the part where you want to bend. You put the heat on that and that alone. You can see with this one, it kind of heat deformed a little. Can you see it? Yeah, see how it bubbled near the bottom end? There's a rim, a bubble rim right around the end. Because of the heat, I was putting it down here. And I don't care if it gets thick there. I could always grind that down and then heat it up again to smoothen it out. So, yeah. I gotta finish that. Once I finish that, put the spine in, work my way down to the rib cage. That's one of the next ones. After, when I get that one with the spine, I'll have 6. Because I got another one I put a spine on. Like I said, being that I'm stuck. Oh yeah, I was explaining, this is another thing I'm glad I got time for. I was explaining the width of the rib cage. So, 2 skulls together is the width of the entire rib cage. So, and in this way. So, if you also look from the profile, this width, or from the back, this width would also be your depth of the rib cage. See, so this is where I'm having the problem. I'm trying to make a framework that represents the rib cage before I put the plastic over it, so that then I can layer the ribs over the plastic. So, but the framework itself, I have to measure, and I have to measure less, because then I have to add the plastic, the ribs, and then some cloth to hold it all down and to stitch muscle to. So I have to make sure that the wire, the framework that I'm using is small enough. I have to measure all of that stuff, measure it smaller than I need it, and then anticipate the width that I gain with every layer that I put on. So that's why I'm stagnating, because I don't know how to measure something that's curved, and until I curve it, you have to curve it first and find the width that you want, then measure it, and then repeat it on the other side. And that's where I'm finding my difficulty. So it's not that difficult, I know. It's more difficult in my mind, because it's happened to me before with the same build. I find something that causes a slight puzzle, and then I stop. I just stagnate. And then when I find the inspiration again, I come back to it, and then I just blow right through it. It was never a problem in the first place. It's just that I hate messing things up. I can't throw it away. I can't throw it away and start another. I have to get the first one right, and that's my problem. I'm a perfectionist, so. All right, I'll let you guys go. I'm going to go. It's early in the morning. I don't even think it's 7 o'clock yet. It might be 7, 8 o'clock. But good morning, America, and I'm signing out.